Hi. So this time we will I'm going to shoutcast or commentate a game between TH and Yumiko versus Enter and myself and I. Yeah, so this time I'm not going to play and take a commentary in the game at the same time because, well, I thought which game is actually more worth, or is actually worth to shoutcast as well. And of course we have as far as I remember, a lot of people actually love the game on Turtle Rock between Yumiko and TH versus Enter and I. Yeah, so we have two undeads starting on the bottom position on Turtle Rock, while Yumiko and TH are starting on the top position. And as you can see, of course, both are going human in this case. As far as I know, TH went for random, and yeah, randomly got human in this case. So we have two humans, both got their main races versus WaN, which is, well, me of course, and Ente, my clanmate, my teammate. As you can see, we both decided to go for a standard fiend build order. Normally, one of us, if we both go for a dual undead in 2v2, then we will most likely decide to play, well, one of the UDs goes for a DK Fiends, and the other guy normally goes for DK Ghouls, so you can be more flexible in any matchup. And we weren't that quite sure about their races since TH took random, and as you can see, he got human. I guess it was the first time he got human in this best of 3. The other 2 games before, he randomed undead and night elf, and so in this case he randomed human for the first time. So both are going to creep the Gargantuan sea turtle in the first place, while Yumiko's here is not even here yet. And yeah, so their expos already ready to go. Well, we don't even have our heroes ready to, well, to rule their expo at the moment. And well, if you take a close look to TH's item, and he actually found there, well, he just found one of mana stealing, and it's not, well, the best item that you can actually get there at this place. I guess mana potion or even invu for the late game, or greater healing potion is probably the best game that you can actually get here. So both are also going randomly to one of us, and sadly it's Ente. And well, Ente's kind of sloppy if you will see his cigarettes. As you can see, he's not really going for the Rubin Tower. Well, right now he's going for, but well, if he feels safe, which is most likely every single game, then he skips the Rubin Tower before tier 2 take, because, well, it takes so much gold and a bit wood, so it normally slows your tech down a bit, which is not really that cool in 2v2 anyways, especially when you go fiends. Yeah, so the point here of making trouble from both humans is, as you can see, just winning time for the expo. I just scouted with my skeleton that, well, that expo got already crept, and as you can see, if you take a close look into his inventory with the Wand of Mana stealing, I just noticed that, well, both of them creep the natural expansion on Turtle Rock here. So Enter of course lost his level 1 Death Knight, since it wasn't really worth to TP out there. I tried to do my best here in this position with my, of course with my coil, since I can heal his Death Knight as well. But yeah, that focus is just way too hard, especially when they have Bolt in this lineup with Archmage and MK, which is, I guess, one of the best pickups here versus dual undeads. And yeah, of course we both try to delay this expo right now, but now it gets quite bad for Ente. Now he's losing like almost every single fiend, because TH is doing like one wonderful movement over here. So here goes the first fiend from Ente, and here he's getting stuck with the second crypt fiend. So he's losing 2 fiends and feeds TH to level 3, and well, I lost, as far as I can see, 0 fiends, maybe 1, I'm not sure. No, I'm moving my 4 feet a bit away from my army here, otherwise it would get surrounded at the right side here of this expansion. So so my Death Knight is already level 2, so we both have to profit of the Unholy Aura, which means that Enter is not really, well, has to take the level 2 in this case. And I'm also making sure that I can snipe off that footman. And if I'm not really that blind, then I also notice that he's going for rifles, and having rifles at this part of the game, especially with this timing, is, well, pretty perfect, because they're a nice addition to Yumiko's army, and also for both human players in general. So I have no coil left, so does Enter, and I'm losing my fiend over there, and also I'm getting surrounded with my Death Knight, and is trying to keep him up with the Death Core, but as you can see, so many units are around my Death Knight, which means that it's quite impossible to keep him alive over there. So I'm kind of forced to use my TP there. And well, if you take a look at our bases, then you notice that I'm already done with my tier 2 tech, which means that I probably teched at 20 supply, or maybe at 23 supply, but I guess I took the tech at 23 supply. And as I mentioned before, Enter went for the late in the Rubin Tower. Oh well, he went for it in the Rubin Tower before tech, so his tech was a bit slowed down, and he's a bit behind my tech. So this is of course no illusion, since you can't find any Wind of Illusion items on Turtle Rock, and TH is just making sure where we both are at the moment. And he also noticed that I'm creeping here, and he's not able to get either the creep nor the item, and Yumiko just comes from the top side, bolts my fiend, but as you can see, my Death Knight is already level 3, which means that I have my level 2 coil up, and it gives my fiend of course more survivability in this case, so he's not really able to take down my fiend. Otherwise, if it would have been level 1, I guess my fiend would have been dead. Anyways, so his MK is moving to the top part, so he's, as you can see, getting some more items. I guess it's clarity potions, yeah, of course, since he's MK, he needs some clarity potions. And I'm trying to creep the red spot as soon as possible, because in the 2v2 the red spots are really damn important, and especially when you play versus TH and Yumiko, like one aura that you can get here at this spot is pretty crucial for them. And if I'm not mistaken, then I'll get the TC aura over here, which is maybe the best pickup in this case, because fiends get so fast with the aura, and also the attack speed is getting increased due to the aura. So Enter's taking a fight versus 2, and while TH is already sitting at tier 2 already, and his MK is also out here. They have 2 bolts available, and Enter's losing like 2 fiends in this fight. And as you can see, Yumiko is always giving TH some more resources like wood and gold, since he needs the wood, especially the wood, since he went for the expo and needs to do a lot of stuff. So TH is going for 2 Arcane Sanctum, 3 Arcane Sanctum, and yeah, the Chinese team is going for the red spot, while Ent is trying to creepjack both of them and went for the Archmage Coil Nova, but unfortunately that damage was not really that much, since the level 1 Lich doesn't have the level 2 aura, the Nova yet. And that's a pretty bad position for Enter, since this DK got bolted over there, and as you can see, he's also forced to TP out once again. Well, Enter is still sitting at tier 2, while I'm almost done with tier 3, but that means that Enter is going for an expansion. Well, if you play versus 2 good, really good humans, then then you can't really sit on just one base. Like I said before, especially versus TH and Yumiko, it's really hard to defend such a big army in the late game. Especially when you're on it, they will just overrun your army with like a few mortars, maybe griffins, maybe knights. That's like most likely the unit mix both players go for. So TH's MK is still sitting at level 2, while Yumiko's MK is already at level 3. Just used the mana potion and he found the Catgar's Pipe of Insight, which is the worst item both could have to get there. Since TH is already going for an Archmage first, which means that they already have the Brilliance Aura, so they don't really need that item anymore. So we both were trying to snipe off some riflemans and try to defend Ente's expansion at the same time, because if he loses that expansion, we will also lose a lot of time for getting a better army, and also Ente's losing a lot of gold resources that he actually spent into this expansion. And if he wastes so much gold, then he also lost a lot of time into his tier 3 tech, because as you can see, he's still sitting at tier 2, so he's not even trying to get tier 3 yet, since he's going for the expo, and there's like one weak point for the under players. If you go for expo, then you cannot tech at the same time, like, well, elf can, or maybe orc. But, well, I guess elf is the only race which can tech at the same time, harass and take an hidden expansion. Undeads cannot take an expansion and tech at the same time, but they can actually harass, but that's quite that's really dangerous, because your expo is not really safe, and if you lose your expansion, then you're really far behind the game already. Also, your heroes won't be that high in this case. So TH's Archmage is already level 4, which means they have the level 2 Brilliance Aura, while I'm going for the middle orange position here, and I get the Ring of Regeneration, which is not really the best item. I guess there are only 2 good items at this spot, and that's Claws of Attack +9 and Pendant of Energy, of course. So yeah, so people may ask me why we both were sitting on Slaughterhouse and Crypt. Well, it takes some time to get good Banshees or Necromancers, and also it's kind of hard to scout what both players are going for, since as you can see, they already have the flying machines. They are trying to take some towers in the mid, at the mid side of this map, and most of those stuff give them invisible sentry wards, like you can see, shades, and yeah, well, I guess shades is the only solution how to get scouting informations out of TH and Yumiko, and I'm not really sure that shades would actually reach their main base. Maybe if you go from the outside here of Turtle Rock, like this spot, but it's quite impossible, as you can see, to reach the mid spot and then the main base. Yeah, so I'm leaving Ente for a minute because I really need the level 5 and level 4 on my Lich. As far as I know, I went for double Nova, so level 2 Nova and Frost Dark Ritual. I guess Frost, well, if I'm pretty sure that I actually went for Dark Ritual, because Frost Armor is of course a really good pickup, especially versus 2 humans, but still versus such well, only spellbreakers, well, riflemans, priests, sorcerers. I guess Frost Armor is still the worst pickup here in this case. So yeah, I got the level 2 Dark Ritual, so I'm just trying to snipe off some units. My Death Call is already level 3, so I can easily one-shot all units. So I'm trying to take out some priests, like you just saw a few seconds before. So their army, oh, well, I'm trying to make sure that I can also get some experience points on my Lich, but also on Ente's, because he's still sitting on a level 2 Lich, and his army is still on a low position, I guess. And he's still sitting on 50 supplies. Since he got the expo, he's banking up a lot of gold, actually. Same goes out for Yumiko. He's also sitting on 49 supply. And I guess TH is already sitting almost on 80. Yeah, he's sitting on 76 because, well, at this point of game, as a human player, when you already have the expo up, then you can actually go for 80 supply army. And I'm really surprised that TH took this expansion and not Yumiko, because, well, now he's sitting on 3 expos, and it's kind of annoying to give your ally resources all the time, especially versus 2 undeads. Once there's a big fight upcoming, then either way the game is over, most likely, and you don't really have time to reproduce your army that you actually lost. Yeah, so Totoro is not really the biggest map in the 2v2 map pool. As you can see, there are only a few spots left, and that's the both orange spots, which can actually give them a clause of attack or maybe circle of nobility, but not even one of their that kind of item that actually drops there is not really that important in this late game anymore. Circle of Nobility is still a nice all-rounder item with more HP, more intelligence, but yeah, it's not the best item. And leaving this position would be also pretty crucial for them. Otherwise, I guess we both would have run over the expo and just tried to make sure that we can kill that expo. Maybe all workers, so we can win some time. And EnTe, I just noticed for the first time, EnTe took such a late tier 3 tech. He's still sitting at tier 2, I'm not even sure why. He got a second slaughterhouse, and for right now he's sitting at 1.4k gold, while I just make sure that I can get my expo up thanks to the 2 cigarettes, 1 the Rubum Tower and 1 Spiritor is coming up. And I guess TH just scouted the bottom part position, the bottom expo of mine, due to the footman, and I wasn't really sure if I should go over there with my full army or just send a few destroyers over there. And I guess the second option was the best one, because if I would have put my whole army over there just for 1 footman, and I guess both of them would have just overrun EnTe's army and also his expansion, and that would be probably the pretty bad decision by me going down just to defend that expo because of 1 footman. So Yumiko just lost his paladin, which gave me a bit experience points, but well, not really that important. And TH is going well, as far as I know, TH is trying to take the top position expo, but well, for the first time it's Yumiko, because later on TH tries to take the top position, and as you can see, they just noticed that EnTe's not here anymore, sitting with me and defending his expo, so both just try to overrush me now, so I have to fight versus 2, and it's really hard for me to take this fight, especially versus 2, so I'm making sure that I can snipe off all those flying machines, because I cannot really take that 1v1 fight or 1v2 fight versus both of them, especially versus their MKs and huge amounts of spell breakers. Because as you can see, well, I have 3 Zeros Fiends already, my Lich is already level 4, he has the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability and the Ancient Gem of Endurance, so the TC Aura, and my, well, level Dark Ranger is of course quite necessary in this case because of their lot of account of casters, and somehow TH tried to kill the Rubum Tower with his Blizzard, but somehow he failed by misspelling it on the wrong side of the Rubum Tower, so now he gets the Rubum Tower. And EnTe's also once again EnTe's trying to take down the top expo here, and both humans are now trying to take me down once again. I'm losing another fiend. I don't even have destroyers up, because when you have 2 undeads in the 2v2, then one of those undeads most likely go for abominations, and the other part of this team takes the destroyers. But well, I remember that he actually told me to go for mass abominations, because if you go for destroyers, then flying machines would have just raped you pretty hard, since they have the income of that just to produce more and more and over, since, well, flying machines are not that expensive compared to the destroyers, of course. So I guess I coiled here my that abomination. I guess I was trying to click on the abomination, but I called the sorceress. So instead of healing my abomination, I killed the sorceress, which was a bad trade actually in this fight. But well, as you can see, we still have a lot of army going on in this fight. But 2-0 mortars for Yumiko, and I guess they're already level 3. It's a huge pain in the ass, especially for the abominations and that blizzard. They just take down all those abominations who actually tank the most important damage here. And Ente just decided to take the TP because I couldn't coil and climb because I had no mana. As you can see, I'm sitting on 20 mana, which means that I simply had no mana left to coil him in time. And before he loses his Death Knight, I would also make sure to TP out and be safe. And it's really hard for me right now to take, or well, to show everything with what's going on and the supply, since there's a lot of stuff going on at the moment. So Ente is still sitting on high supply now, 74 supply, almost 1k gold. And TH is sitting on 100 supply. So he has the high upkeep, and yeah, Yumiko's trying to take the top expansion once again. And TH is now trading some money, giving almost 600 gold to Yumiko. TH's second hero DMK is already level 4, while Yumiko's first hero DMK is level 4.5. And the Paladin just reached level 2. Yeah. So once again, nice blizzard by TH, but he has to be careful now with this Archmage since he's sitting so much in the front. Called over by Ente, and well, I couldn't call that Archmage because he got the invisibility in time. And not even one of us tried to dispel that that invisibility. So main goals already ran out of gold. My expo still working, which is like one of the key moments, I guess, in this game, because you cannot, like I mentioned before, you cannot sit just on one base and try to take a fight versus two really good humans. And Ente's making sure that he can take down the top expo once again, like for the third time now. But for the third time, once again, both humans try to overrush Ente's expansion, and as you can see, I'm not still able really to take that 1v2 fight. And if you could take that 1v2 fight as an undead, then either way both of them lost a lot of army the fight before, or either way they are just bad players. That's what's most likely is going on if you win 1v2, and yeah, that's not really happening here with TH and Yumiko, of course. So I really need Ente to help me out here. And I'm just trying to defend this expo so we can still keep up the gold income and try to take down their expo soon enough.
A player's forces are under attack.
So at the same time, of course, I went for meat wagons, so I can, well,
a town is under siege.
I'm not sure if I went for the Deceased Cloud already. I'm gonna make sure, well, once those two abominations are out of the slaughterhouse, I can check out if I already went for Deceased Cloud. Yeah, I went for Deceased Cloud, and Deceased Cloud is one of the most important spells once you go for abominations and meat wagons, especially versus human, of course. So priests are always forced to use their mana, but due to the Brilliance Aura, they always sit on 100% mana. And well, I was quite sure that I don't need my meat wagons for the next fight, because, well, they only had priests, spellbreakers, flying machines, and only their heroes and a few mortars. I'm actually surprised that they weren't really going for a tier 3 army, since TH had 3 expansions, or he's still sitting on 3 expansions, so he could have easily gone for a Knight Griffin mix, which could have been better in my opinion. Also for especially if both of them would have gone for 3 heroes, I guess that would have been the best pickup here. So Ente is killing a few peasants over there while I'm trying to take the fight versus both of them once again. Not for the first time, but EnTe really helped me out here with the meat wagon, because a few riflemen tried to kill the meat wagons which were going for their expo here. So once again I'm sending them to the expo, and I just missed the MK kill that I actually did here in this fight. I just went for the MK because I saw that he's in a really bad position, and their paladin is still sitting on level 2, and also he just used holy light, so he couldn't kill him once again because his holy light is still on CD. Oh, and once again TH is able to get his AM out of this fight thanks to the invisibility from the sorceress, and Yumiko is just sending blindly his gyrocopters into my army. Well, I guess half of our army is just getting slowed down. TH is once again trying to kill EnTe's Death Knight. Now level 5 for the MK. We are losing a lot of fiends actually in this fight, but I'm still sitting on, I don't know how much supply I've got here. 69 supply, EnTe sitting on 71, while TH is sitting on 68, and Yumiko only on 42 supply, which is absolutely nothing in 2v2. And since we just saw that I cancelled the expo on the top position here, on the top red spot, I was quite sure that we can go for this fight here, since they still had only a few casters like priests, sorcerers, and spellbreakers only. And EnTe also said, if you go for mass abominations, then we can easily hold that fight. And I told him, yeah, but then again we need a lot of scrolls, because due to their heavy AoE attack damage, especially to the because of their mortars, I don't think that we can keep up the health of our tanks, which are the abominations, of course. And if we would have lost all abominations that fast, every single fight long, then I guess we would have lost the 2v2 pretty sure. But I guess the worst mistake both humans could have or went for here in this game was not really attacking to tier 3. And also they really went a bit too late in my opinion. At this expo I already mined out like 10k gold out of this expo, which is so much gold, and now he's losing 2 mortars due to Call Nova, and he almost lost a 3rd mortar. So their only chance by winning this game is using their invisibility from the sorceress to the MK and try to get a good and sneaky position so they can snipe off one of our heroes in time, which is, well, most likely either way the DK or the Lich. So both MKs are already level 5, which means level 3 bolt is quite heavy for us, and we only have 1 Dark Ranger, while EnTe went for the Crypt Lord as a 3rd hero, so he can impale all casters and mortars. So my abominations are still sitting on 0-0 upgrades, but my fiends are already... I got already 3-2, which is almost maximum upgrades that I could have actually gone here. While EnTe is still sitting on 0-0, even though he had expert for such a long time. And as you can see, this expert is still sitting on almost 6k gold. This mine over here, which I actually took a bit later in the game, is almost empty. So he's so double call on my Lich, since both of them, like I said before, are trying to get 0 kills done out of this game just to win. And well, now they're, I guess, losing their MK. Oh no, really well played by TH. And EnTe just lost his DK because he got too greedy over there by killing his MK. And well, this was a part of the game where we thought, oh shit, EnTe, you just lost your DK for nothing. Please just don't throw this game now, since we just killed all their expos. Well, they were actually going for it. Now they're just going, well, now he just rebought the hero. I knew that he's going to rebuy it because he told me that he's going to rebuy the hero right now, so I was making sure that I can get the coil out in time. And well, now TH is losing his hero, even though he was sitting in the invisibility cast. And now they have the lack of attack damage. And I guess this is the kind of time where we just overall them with our army now, since they just lost their heroes, well, most of them actually, and well, nice timing with the potion of healing from TH, but then once again they're not really able to defend our big army now. And even though you has 0 upgrades, our meat wings are especially against Taurus a really good pickup, but it doesn't really matter since, as you can see, we have like, I'm not sure, 55 supply for Ente and 63 for me, while Yumiko was sitting, I guess, on like 20 supply. Not that much anymore, since he literally lost everything in this fight. And I guess TH was still sitting on 40 supply, probably. I'm not sure on how much supply he was sitting. So yeah, Ente's Lich is almost, well, only sitting on level 4, which is maybe bad in the late game, but well, he took the expansion. He lost all creep spots on his side of his position, since Yumiko and TH took this spot here, and this is like the spot where you can actually get your level 3 Lich if you creep him solo. So he was sitting on level 2 for a while I already had my level 4 Lich. So yeah, my Lich is almost level 6, my DK is already level 6, and his third hero is only level 3, while mine is almost level 4, his Step 9 is level 5. And yeah, we still have a lot of army going on. Our expo is still running. Both of our expos. Ente was also going for the top position now, and that expo couldn't have been delayed from TH and Yumiko, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so the worst, or well, the mistake or the fault why both humans lost this game is quite simple. TH went for a lot of expansions, but still they wasted, I guess, a lot of gold into useless tier 2 units versus 2 undeads who were going for tier 3 mass abominations. And well, like one blizzard is just not that enough to counter like 10 or even more abominations who are just tanking every single mortar shoot or spellbreaker, and spellbreakers are not really the key unit in this fight to survive versus abominations. So yeah, this was like the first commentary, which took at least 30 minutes, as you can see here. Of course, I'm going to commentate a lot of games in the future. Maybe not even my games, maybe some other games, maybe some old school games like from the WC3L, or maybe NGL1 like from Lin and Happy or Grubby Moon. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.